G'day everybody, this month I've got something really special for you. My very, very special friend Lotty is helping me out with an ab routine on the exercise ball. Now Lotty has a little baby, Bo, who's 7 months old, and this is in fact her third child. And I wanted her to help me out because obviously she's an amazing example of what's possible, and she's just really very inspiring. She's going to share some of her story at the end of this, and you may even get to meet Bo. So before we get into it, I just quickly want to mention that the routine we're doing today is for women who, if you've had a baby, you want to be kind of 6 months post-pregnancy. I have another ab routine that's for you if you're prior to that, and I'm going to put the link below this video. All right, so let's get into it. We're going to do some warm-ups first. So just quickly wanted to mention, when you're choosing an exercise ball, just make sure that it's about the same height as your knee, okay? And when you sit on the ball, Bodhi's going to sit on the ball, that your legs are parallel to the floor, all right? So don't get a ball that's too big, all right? Just check that, especially for the abs. It's really important. So Lotty's going to show you 3 warm-up exercises first. So take the ball, hold it straight ahead, and this is like an isometric exercise. So you got the ball like this. Let's turn to the side a little bit so the girls can see. And you're activating the core because you're actually holding the ball with your hands. And you're just going to do some regular squats up and down. Great. Excellent, Lotty. Legs a little wider maybe. Nice. Good. And because you're actually holding the ball, that's making the abs engage. All right. Now she's going to show you a little touch the ground and reach overhead with the ball, which is going to stretch out the core area. Good. And then if you turn and face the camera, we'll show the side to side warm up. So touching the ground to the side and stretch. Beautiful. Awesome. And that's just going to warm everything up. So let's get into the first exercise. So we're going to sit on the ball and we're going to do the side to side crunches. So sitting on the ball, that's nice. Yep, great. Excellent. Good. And just get nice and stable with your legs. Actually, just test, Lotty, that if you're going to roll out and still a crunch, if your butt's in the right place and you want to get that, yeah, that's good. And then you're coming up for the crunch. Just check that feels, you want to roll on the ball a bit, so maybe move your butt back, right? Yeah, that's it. Nice. There you go, see? Yeah, maybe even a little further back on, sitting back on, good, yeah. And then you're going to twist and take your elbow to the side. Good. Nice. Other side. So you breathe out as you crunch up. Nice. Good. One more. Breathe out. Breathe in and take the elbow right to the outside of the knee if you can. That's for the advanced, okay? If you're a beginner, just go straight with your arms and touch your knee. Don't do the twisting move. Nice. Awesome. Okay, now on to the next move. All right, the next move, we're going to show you the beginner move first. So the ball is between your hands and you're going to bring it up and you're going to place it between your knees, and then you're going to go back with your hands and then come back and take the ball. So let's do it, Lotty. And you're going to breathe out as you bring the ball out, put it between your knees and breathe in. Breathe out and then breathe in. Good. And as you come up, press your lower back into the floor. Nice. Great. Good. Now we're going to show you the advanced one, and then this time you're going to place the ball between your feet as you come up. And you're going to take your feet down, and then you're going to breathe out and pass the ball like that. We'll just do one more. Great. And breathe out and lower the legs down. Also, and take it and breathe out. Actually, because you're having to move the ball between your feet and your arms, it's actually quite challenging, okay? So it is. So it looks kind of easy, and maybe the first rep kind of feels easy, but it gets hard quickly, right? All right, so let me show you the next move. Okie dokie, this is one of my favorite moves, and I'll explain why. And I call it the reach to ceiling crunch. So Lotty's going to show you. You come back, you make sure your butt's on the ball so you can actually roll a bit as you're crunching. And she's going to show you, and you're going to reach to the ceiling with your arms. So see that extension? So down, and see how the ball's moving and up. Now, as you come up, You're going to engage the lower, middle, and then upper abs. You're really going to feel it. So this is a great move to help train you to tighten all the layers of the ab and core muscles. Flex, flex, flex. Awesome. Good. Very good. Yeah. Awesome. So if you have trouble engaging all the layers of the abs from the lower to the upper, this is a great move. Reach right up with your fingers to the ceiling as far as you can, and you really feel all those ab muscles kicking in. All right, so we're on to the modified plank, and this, in fact, I think works better than a regular plank, and I'll tell you why. Lotty's going to show you first how to get into position. You're on your knees, see at the right angle here, and then you've got your forearms on the ball. Now get your little toes ready, okay? So because what you're going to do is push up. So Lotty, come into the plank, and then down and lightly touch your knee, then breathe out as you come up. Breathe in, and then breathe out as you come up and flex. Down and lightly touch, and up. Okay, have a rest, Lotty. Good. Now, the idea is if you're advanced, you're just going to lightly touch. You don't even transfer the weight, right?
No, you just touch.
Yeah, so it's just a light touch. If you're a beginner or intermediate, you can take the weight back onto your knees, have a little rest, and then you simply push up again. So you want to find that position first, the right angle, onto your forearms, your toes are ready, and you're going to push up, then down, lightly touch, and as you push up, engage your abs. Excellent, buddy. So what's really good about this is that action of lightly touching your knees and then pushing up, again, trains the abs because you're having to re-engage them and flex as you're breathing out. So it's all that kind of dynamic work with your diaphragm and your breathing. That's why I always emphasize the breathing, especially with the core.
And you can feel when it's not working because your back starts to...
Exactly. Yeah, so again, if you've got troubles with your lower back, just go at your own pace, have a little rest in between, go onto your knees, don't overdo it. You'll gradually build up your strength as you go through the full routine. So you'll see we're alternating moves where you're crunching in this position versus the plank position, for example. And by doing that, you'll find you'll be able to push yourself just that little bit harder and get more out of your workout. So we're back on the floor, and Lotty's going to show you the next move. Now, this is the beginner and intermediate one. We're going to lift up the ball and the leg simultaneously and touch and back down. Again, breathe out as you come up and in as you go down. And as you come up, you're going to press the lower back to the floor. Now, advanced, we're going to show you a little bit trickier, and our favorite move, right, is you're going to sit up and you're going to take the ball all the way and touch the toe. Down. Excellent. Do again. Breathe out, lightly touch, and breathe in as you come down. Excellent work, Lotty. Great. Alrighty, the next move is the back extensions. Now, a lot of people often forget about their back, but the back is a really important part of the core because the muscles go all the way around. So Lotty's going to show you how to do this. You want to fix your feet against something. It can be the wall so you don't slip, or the couch. You're going to get nice and parallel like this. Hands are going to be lightly touching your head, and you're going to go down and then up and hold for a second. Down, and just use the ball. As you come up, breathe out. Breathe in as you go down, out as you come up. And you'll feel your abs working against the ball, which is actually a kind of nice piece of resistance as well. And works the abs, but it also strengthening your bum back as well. Great. Don't overextend. If you have lower back problems and this bothers you, just skip this exercise. And I'll put a link to an alternative that you can do below this video. All right, we're almost at the end of the workout, so hang in there. This is a really good move. I'm going to show you the beginner and intermediate first, and then the advanced. And the advanced version is probably the hardest move in the whole workout, all right? And I've saved it towards the end, so you're really going to work. So for the beginner move, the ball is between your knees, and you're just going to simply crunch up and lightly touch the ball. Down, breathe in, out, and touch. Great. Lightly touch. Now, stop for a minute, Lotty. If you're super beginner, this is a really nice one to start with because you have a goal of touching the ball, and you may not even be able to lift off the floor. I've had some clients who I've trained and at their ab area so weak that they can't even lift their shoulders off, and that's okay, all right? We all started somewhere, and believe me, I was there and worse. when I started. I couldn't do one sit-up. I couldn't lift up my shoulders from the floor. So if you're in that position, just look at that ball and go, I'm going to get there, okay? And just keep gently reaching, okay? It's the slightest little move like that is going to strengthen your core. It's all about where we're at and our progress. Now, for the advanced, your feet are on top of the ball and your legs are straight. Nice, right? Nice and balanced. Good. Now you need to concentrate. Take your arms back, and what you're going to be doing is reaching right up and touching your toes. Awesome. I've got long legs. So you guys, awesome. All right, Osmos, I'll give you help next time. Ready? Up and touch. Great work. Okay, rest, Lotty. That's super advanced. You know why it's so hard? One, yes, because she's got long legs. But two, because you're actually neutralizing your legs by having them elevated. They can't help you, right? When they're straight on the floor, let's pop them on the floor, Lottie. Especially if they're under something, it's a lot easier. Just tell them not to go. Yeah, see? All right? So you've got that help. When they're up and you can't use your legs, the weight of your legs to help you, super hard. So that's why it's the hardest move. Yes!
Yes. Awesome.
As in determined.
Often having that little helping hand, it was, you know what it was, the mind muscle. Because I helped you, you're like, oh, that's what it feels like. Yeah. So that's what can be handy sometimes, having just a little helping hand. And
I want to do this on that day now.
yes, you're like, I got it. Nailed it. Okay. Awesome. So we're almost at the end of the workout. I've got one more move for you. We're at the end of the workout and we're going to show you the last move. If you've been doing my routines for a while, you'll know this exercise. You hold your hand slightly on your head and you're going to twist and touch the elbow to the opposite knee, but we're doing it with the ball, so it makes it a lot harder. So Lottie's going to show you. You start off by having the ball to the side and you're going to rotate and take your elbow to the opposite knee. Awesome. Stretch, breathe out as you crunch and twist. Nice. Just want to show them something, Lottie. When Lottie comes down, you'll notice that she's taking the elbow to the side of the knee. That's the advanced move. If you're beginner, you just lightly touch. Advanced, you're going to the side. If you're super advanced, you're going to pause. Awesome. And well done. Great work, Lottie. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been awesome having you here today. Actually, Lottie has to go back to work. She's on a 6-month paternity leave, which is up. And I'm like, you know what, you have to go back because we had such a lot of fun filming this today. And Lottie, I think you'll agree, Lottie did an awesome job.
Thank you. Thank you, everything.
Yeah, pleasure. And little Bo is asleep right now. He's been so good, but when he wakes up, we're going to bring him in to say hi to you guys. And Lottie's also going to share a few of her little tips for post-pregnancy recovery. So thank you, everyone, and please let me know how you've enjoyed it below this video.
So this is Bo, who's 7 months old, or Mr. Bojangles, as I like to call him. And he is a little delight. He's my third little boy, and his older brothers think he's a little rock star, and he thinks the same about them, which is really lovely. And so this 3 boys in itself keeps me very fit. So Belinda asked me to share what would be my top tips for getting back into shape. So for me, I think probably with my first child, I was a bit hard on myself. But as each one I've had, I've realized how amazing the female body is. Whether you have children or not, it's an amazing thing. So you need to look at it kindly, which I do now, and treat it kindly, which means eat good food and move every day. That can be quite daunting when you've got a little one that's so needy, but you don't need to do an hour's workout every day. I always think something's better than nothing. So for me, sometimes we'll do 15 minutes, or we'll go for a walk. Well, sometimes when Daddy's here, I'll go and have my own little Zen yoga session. And it's all about making me feel good as well as look good. You know, that's actually more important. And sometimes you can even get your little bubba to do the workouts. So we can do some squats together and you can see how much he loves it. Yes, you do. Or we can get you over here. Yes. 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 And then you love your buggy walks. So yeah, it's possible to get into good shape. Don't strive for perfection, just strive to be the best you.